Hello mga kamat-tips! At ang pag-aaralan natin ngayon ay limits of a function. So nakaraan na pag-aralan natin ay about sa introduction to calculus and how to perform the indicated operations. So as a review, we have example number 4 na sasagutan natin, which is ito. If the function of x is equal to tangent of x, find f of pi all over 6 and f of x minus pi all over 2. So let's solve. F of pi all over 6. So substitution only. So tangent pi all over 6. So alam natin na si pi is equal to 180. So divide 6. So our degree is 30 degrees lang. Ayan. So type nyo lang sa calculator, tangent 30. Ang lalabas is ilan? Tangent 30. 0.58. Yeah. And then ito naman, next tayo. F of x minus pi all over 2. So, substitute lang. Tangent x minus pi all over 2. And from tangent x minus y is equal to tangent x minus tangent y all over 1 plus tan x tan y. Yan yung ating gagamitin. So substitute. So, tangent x, our x is ito. Ito naman si y. So, tangent x minus tangent y, which is pi all over 2 or 90 all over 1 plus tangent x. Yan. Ang ating y ulit is tangent 90. So, kapag kinalculator natin si tangent 90 is error. So, may gagawin pa tayo dyan. Same as before, ibabalik natin siya in terms of sine and cosine. So, from tangent x is equal to sine x all over the cosine x. So, lahat ng mga yan, papalitan natin. Ito, palitan natin, tangent x. So, sine x all over cosine x minus sine 90 all over cosine 90 all over 1 plus sine x, dito na tayo, sine x all over cosine x multiply to sine 90 all over cosine 90. So, LCD natin, silang dalawa, taas at baba. Ito yung pinakamalaking divisor nila, LCD. Anong LCD nung nasa taas is cosine x, just multiply them, cosine x, cosine 90. And then, i-divide lang natin, cosine x divided by ito, yung cosine x, cosine 90, divide natin sa cosine x. Mawawala na si cosine x, may tira pang cosine 90. So, sine x multiply to cosine 90 minus, so same lang dito, i-divide lang natin. Cosine 90 divided by cosine 90. So, 1 yun. May tira pa tayong cosine x. So, cosine x sine 90. And then, sa baba is cosine x cosine 90 din. Parang kasi all over 1 lang din to. So, cosine x cosine 90. If all over 1 yan, dinivide natin to. So, cosine x cosine 90 divided by 1. So, cosine x cosine 90 pa rin yun. So, just copy cosine 90 plus ito, yung natira. Sin x sine 90. So, our answer will be, yan. So, magkukan muna ako. I-reciprocal ko natin ito. Yan. So, sin x cosine 90 minus cosine x sine 90 all over the cosine x cosine 90 multiply to ilan? Ito, i-reciprocal natin, so ito yung magiging numerator. So, cosine x cosine 90. So, ayan, mapapansin nyo ipapakita. Pwede naman na tayong mag-cancel dito, pero para sa karamihan, i-reciprocal pa natin at para makita talaga natin na maka-cancel siya. So, cosine, copy ko lang tong ito. Cosine x cosine 90 plus sin x sine 90. Yan. So, ito maka-cancel. Ito din. So, ilan ba yung value ni cosine 90? This is 0. Yan. Ito, 0 yan. Sine 90 is 1. Then, dito naman is cosine 90 is 0 again. And sine 90 is 1. So, ito, wala na to, kabuhang yan. Tapos ito, wala na rin. And then, our answer will be, ano ba na yung mga naiwan? Is negative cosine x all over ito, sine x. Ayan. And lastly, but the cotangent x is equal to cosine x all over sine x. Ayan. So, ang mangyari, negative cotangent x ang ating sagot. Ayan. So, let's dive into the limit naman na tayo. Boom! Ayan. Nandito na tayo sa limit of function or limits of function. The limits of function. So, the definition of limit, let the f of x be a function of x and let a be a constant. If there is a number L such that in order to make the value of f of x as close to L as may be desired, it is sufficient to choose x close enough to a but different from a. Then we say that the limit of function x as x approaches to a is L. So, the limit, so pagbasa nito is the limit of function x as x approaches a is equal to L. So, paano ba yon? Sabi niya dito, no, in order to make the value of function x as close to L, maybe as desired, it's sufficient to choose x close enough. So, gagamit tayo ng mga iba't ibang value ni x para malaman natin si L. Pero, hindi talaga ginagamit si A. Ito, si A. Kung mapapansin nyo, nung mga dating pinag-aralan, gumagawa pa ng table. Yan. Na kung saan, papalapit na papalapit. Halimbawa, as x approaches to 1. So, hindi na natin gagamitin si 1. Pero, para malaman yung limit. So, gumagamit ng 0.9, 0.99, and then 0.9999. Hindi natin ginagamit. No? Pero, para maging simple na lang yan, is ipalit mo na lang si A dun sa function at makukuha mo na yung L or the limit. So, ang graph niyan, halimbawa meron tayong linear. Ayan. So, habang papalapit tayo kay 1, halimbawa, habang papalapit tayo kay 1, nagkakaroon, yun yung magiging limit niya. Ayan, limit niya yan, ito. Yung parang bilog na yan. So, and then, next naman natin is the theorem on limits. So, ito, pinasimplify ko na. Simplified na to. Yung mga mahalagang mga theorem. So, ito, theorem number 1. The limit of the sum of two or more function is equal to the sum of their limits. So, tama naman yun. Halimbawa, meron tayong limit ng isang function, u of x plus v of x. So, para masolve natin yan, yung limit nung una, which is the u of x, i-add mo dun sa limit nung pangalawa. Ayan. So, same as subtraction na din yan. And then, theorem number 2 is the limit of the product of two or more functions is equal to the product of their limits. So, halos same lang siya sa addition and subtraction where, yun nga, para makuha mo yung limit nung dalawang function na pinagmumultiply is ilimit mo muna yung sa isa, yung unang function, tas ilimit mo din yung pangalawa, and then just multiply them. Yeah. So, quotient naman, yan. The limit of the quotient of two or more functions is equal to the quotient of their limits, provided that the limit is of the denominator is not equal to 0. So, same lang to, halos sa product. Pero, ang gusto natin, yung denominator, itong denominator natin, is not equal to 0. Ayan. Meron pang limit of a constant, mga ganun. Pero, hindi na masyado makaka-apekto yun kasi, yung limit ng constant, diba, limit of 4 as x approaches to 1. Ang value pa rin is 4. Yan. Wala ka kasing papalitan na x. And our theorem number 4 is if alpha is measured in radians, the limit of sine alpha over alpha as alpha approaches to 0 is equal to 1. Ayan. So, let's try. Example number 1. Yan, naka-ready na. Ito. So, evaluate the limits of the following. Here we go, number 1. So, the limit of x squared plus 3x minus 5 as x approaches to 4. So, gawin natin yung mga theorem. So, limit of x squared as x approaches to 4. Then, plus, i-plus mo daw yung limit ng 3x as x approaches to 4 minus the limit of 5 as x approaches to 4. Ayan. So, ipasa-substitute na nga lang din natin yan. So, 4 squared plus 3 times 4 minus 5. So, our answer will become 16 plus 12 is 28 minus 5, 23. Yeah, that will be our answer. Next, number 2 na agad tayo. So, the limit of 2t squared plus 1 all over 2t ay t squared plus 3t minus 4 as x approaches to 0. So, again, substitute lang natin. So, 2 times 0 squared plus 1 all over 0 squared plus 3 times 0 minus 4. So, ito, cancel na din to. Our answer is negative 1/4. Ayan. Diba? Madali lang. Para ka lang nagsasubstitution. Ayan. Negative 1/4. Next. Dito naman. So, the limit of x squared plus x minus 12 all over 2x squared minus 7x plus 3 as x approaches to 3. So, if sinubstitute natin yan agad, so 3 squared plus x, plus 3 minus 12, hindi masyado mabasa. 3 squared plus 3 minus 12 all over 2 times 3 squared minus 7 times 3 plus 3. So, 9 plus 3 is 12. 12 minus 12 is 0. All over 2 times 3 squared is 9. So, 18. 18 plus 3 is 21. 21 minus 7 times 3, 21. So, 21 minus 21 is 0. So, ibig sabihin lang yan is factorable itong function natin. So, i-factor muna natin. So, ito, ang sekreto dito is, di ba, x approaches to 3. Positive to, gagawin nating negative para mag-change sign lang tayo. So, x minus 3, given na yan. And then, sa baba din, x minus 3, use. So, isipin natin, ano nga ba yung i-multiply natin para makabuo tayo ng negative 12. Yan. Siyempre, 4 yun. Kasi 4 times negative 3 is negative 12. Ganyan lang. Dito naman is ito. 2x squared. X lang to. So, kailangan natin may 2x dito. And then, ano bang i-multiply natin para maging negative 3 tapos maging positive 3. So, that will be negative 1. Yan. Yun yung kinagandahan ng limit. So, kapag i-check natin yan, no? X times 2x. So, 2x squared yun. And then, x times negative 1 is negative x. Minus negative 3 times 2x is negative 6x. Plus 3. So, this becomes negative 7x. So, tama dito. Ayan. So, we can now cancel. Sulat lang natin yung limit. As x approaches to 3. So, cancel. We can now substitute. So, magiging 3 plus 4 all over 2 times 3 minus 1. So, 3 plus 4 is 7. And yung sa baba, 6 minus 1 is 5. So, this will be our answer. Number 4. Yeah. The limit of 2x squared minus x minus 3 all over 3x squared plus 5x plus 2 as x approaches to negative 1. Again, kapag sinubstitute ulit natin yan, 2 times negative 1 squared minus negative 1 minus 3. And then 3 times negative 1 squared plus 5 times negative 1 plus 2. Wait, baka hindi makita. So, kapag kinalculator natin yan, ang answer is 0 over 0 lang din yan. Kasi, 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 minus 3 is 0. And then, sa baba naman is 3 plus negative 5. That will be negative 2. Negative 2 plus 2 is 0. So, factorable siya. The limit of ito, x approaches to negative 1, magiging, sabi ko nga kanina, mag-change sign lang to, negative 1 magiging positive 1. And then, x plus 1. So, factor out, sulat lang natin si 2x sa taas. And then, para mabuo itong negative 3 times to negative 3. And then, dito din, 3x. Para mabuo itong positive 2, multiply lang natin ito, plus 2. Yan. So, cancel as x approaches to negative 1. So, our answer will be 2 times negative 1 minus 3 all over 3 times negative 1 plus 2. So, kapag may tanong kayo, pwede nyo namang i-comment. And I'll try to answer it. So, what's the answer? Negative 2 minus 3 is negative 5. 3 times negative 1, negative 3 plus 2 is negative 1. So, our final answer will become positive 5. Next, number 5. Yan, yung mga madadaanan natin mamaya, buburahin natin yung mga yan. Yan. Number 5. So, the limit of y cubed minus y squared minus y minus 2 all over 2y cubed minus 5y squared plus 5y minus 6 as y approaches to 2. If we substitute 2, yan, 2 cubed minus 2 squared minus 2 minus 2 all over 2 times 2 cubed minus 5, 2 squared plus 5 times 2 minus 6. So, our answer will be, ilan ba total niyan? Ito, 8. 8 minus 4 is 4 minus 2. 2 minus 2 is 0. 0 all over, hindi nata nakita. Si negative 6. Ayan. And then, ito naman, 2 times, 8. 2 times 8 is 16. 16 minus 20, negative 4 plus 10, negative 4 plus 10 is 6. 6 minus 6, 0. So, factorable siya. Ito naman, dahil polynomial, is we will have some what we call synthetic division. So, sa y cubed minus y squared minus y minus 2. Susulat lang natin yung coefficient niya. 1, negative 1, negative 1, negative 2. And then, itong approaches niya. So, 2. So, bring down 1. Multiply natin sa 2. 2. Negative 1 plus 2, 1. 1 times 2, 2. And then, negative 1 plus 2 is 1. 1 times 2 is 2. And then 0. So, our new, itong bago nito is y squared plus y plus 1. So, maminusan lang natin ito ng isa. And then, isusulat na natin dito. Ayan. Nawala si 1. So, sa kabila naman, sa kabila, si 2y cubed minus 5y squared plus 5y minus 6. Sulat ulit natin yung mga coefficients niya. What are those? Ito. 2, negative 5, positive 5, negative 6. So, 2, negative 5, positive 5, negative 6. Synthetic division natin, yung value niya 2. So, bring down 2, multiply to 2, 4. Negative 5 plus 4, negative 1, times natin sa 2, negative 2. And then add, becomes 5 minus 2, 3. 3 times 2 is 6. So, 0. Our new answer will be 2y squared minus y plus 3. Yan. Zoom out lang natin. Yan. Rewrite lang natin. Hindi maintindihan to. Should be 3. Ayan. So, ito, susulat naman natin y negative 2 times yung bago, ito, y squared plus y plus 1 all over y minus 2 times ito 2y squared minus y plus 3. Yan. Zoom ulit natin. Pabalik. Yan. So, the limit is equal to the limit. Ano ba? The limit. Yan. Tapos si y approaches to 2. So, cancel. Yan. Then, substitute lang natin. 2 squared plus 2 plus 1 all over 2 times 2 squared minus 2 plus 3. So, add 4 plus 2, 6 plus 1, 7 all over 2 times 4, 8. 8 minus 2, 6. 6 plus 3, 9. So, our answer is 7 all over 9. Yeah. Next number. So, number 6 na tayo. Next number. Oh, nakasagabal. Pum. Yan. So, the limit of j cubed plus j minus 12 all over j cubed minus 4j squared minus 3j plus 18. So, hindi ko na ipapakita. No? Kapag sinubstitute natin agad yung 3, magsi-0 over 0 yan. So, proceed na lang tayo sa synthetic division. So, j cubed plus j squared minus 8j minus 12. So, coefficient again, 1, 1, negative 8, negative 12. So, and then ito, j approaches to 3. Bring down 1, multiply to 3, add 4, multiply to 3 is 12. Yan. Negative 8 plus 12 is 4. 4 times 3 is negative 12. So, 0 ay positive 12. Yan. Negative 12 plus 12 is 0. 4 times 3 is positive 12. So, our new answer is j squared plus 4j plus 4. And then, yung isa na example, j cubed minus 4j squared minus 3j plus 18. So, write lang natin yung coefficient niya, 1, negative 4, negative 3, positive 18. And then, yung approaches to, ano ba yun? Approaches to 3. Ayan. So, sulat lang natin, approaches to approaches to 3. So, bring down 1, multiply to 3, 3. Negative 4 plus 3, negative 1. Negative 1 times 3 is negative 3. And then add is negative 6. Negative 3 minus 3. And then negative 6 times 3 is negative 18. So, 0. So, our new answer will be j squared minus j minus 6. So, write ko lang dito. So, j, ito positive 3 magiging negative 3 multiply to j squared plus 4j plus 4 all over, yan, j minus 3 ulit, multiply to j squared minus j minus 6. Ang limit natin as j approaches to 3. So, cancel, cancel. And then, substitution, 3 squared plus ito, 4j. 4j tuloy. 4 times 3, I mean. Plus 4 all over 3 squared minus 3 minus 6. Yan. Sana nanonood pa kayo sa oras na to. Yan. Our answer will be 9 plus ito, 9 plus 12 is 21 plus 4 is 25. 25. And then ito naman 25 all over 9 minus 3, 6 minus 6, 0. Yan. So, ibig sabihin lang nito is indeterminate. Yan. Wala siyang limit. So, next number na tayo. So, number 7. The limit of tangent theta all over sine 2 theta as theta approaches to 0. So, from tangent theta is equal to sine theta. Yung identities natin, ibabalik na natin siya in terms of sine and cosine ulit. Yan, sine theta all over cosine theta. Ayan. Tapos si sine 2 theta is double angle, which is 2 sine theta cosine theta. So, by substitution, the limit of ngayon is sine theta all over cosine theta all over ito, palitan na. So, 2 sine theta cosine theta as theta approaches to 0. So, reciprocal lang natin yan. The limit of, yan, reciprocal natin. Sine theta cosine theta. Reciprocal, magiging denominator na to. And 1 all over 2 sine theta cosine theta. Yan. So, cancel ito. Cancel. As theta approaches to 0. Yan. So, simply, substitute lang natin 1 all over cosine 0, cosine 0. Ito ay equal to 1. Ito ay equal to 1. So, our answer is 1. Kahaba-habang solution tapos 1. Ganyan tayo sa engineering. Oh, diba? Next na tayo sir. Next na. So, number 8, the limit of 1 minus cosine y all over sine squared y as y approaches to 0. Again, we know that from sine squared y plus cosine squared y is equal to 1. Pero ang kailangan natin is si sine squared y. So, we need to transpose cosine squared y here. So, we have sine squared y is equal to 1 minus cosine squared y. So, from substitution, yan, limit, copy lang natin yan, 1 minus cosine y all over, ito, napalitan na nito, naging, ito na siya. Yung sine squared y, substitute natin ito. Ayan. So, 1 minus cosine squared y. And then, so the limit as y approaches to 0. Paano na yan? So, next is, we know that a squared minus b squared is equal to a minus b times a plus b. So, we're gonna use that. Ang gagawin natin is 1 minus cosine y, copy lang yung numerator. Ito naman is same as 1 minus cosine y multiply to 1 plus cosine y. Ayan. So, cancel nyo lang to. Cancel. So, we have our answer will be, substitute lang natin to. So, 1 all over 1 plus cosine 0. Ano bang value ni cosine 0? Is 1. So, our answer will be 1/2. Next number. Number 9. So, the limit of sine alpha times sine 2 alpha all over 1 minus cosine alpha as alpha approaches to 0. So, para gawin to, alam natin na si sine 2x is equal to 2 sine x cosine x. Yan. So, substitute lang natin the limit as alpha approaches to 0. Ito, substitute lang natin si sine 2 alpha. So, magiging sine alpha multiply to 2 sine alpha instead of x becomes alpha cosine alpha all over 1 minus cosine alpha. And continue the limit as alpha approaches to 0. So sine alpha times sine alpha becomes sine squared alpha. And then yung 2, lagay lang natin dito sa harap, kopya lang. Then cosine alpha. And 1 minus cosine alpha. So gamit yung previous na ginamit natin, alam na natin ang value ni sine squared alpha, which is, sige nga, ano nga? So 2 times 1 minus cosine squared alpha multiply to cosine alpha. Yan. All over 1 minus cosine alpha. So, same process lang kaganina. Ang gagawin natin is, i-break down natin yung 1 minus cosine squared alpha into, yan, dahil nagawa na natin, madali na. Alpha approaches to 0 becomes 2. Ito, i-break down lang natin. It's 1 minus cosine alpha multiply to 1 plus cosine alpha times, ito, huwag natin kalimutan si cosine alpha, all over 1 minus cosine alpha. Yan. So, we can now cancel. So, our answer will be the limit, hindi na. Substitute na natin pala para hindi na tayo maraming masusulat. So, 2 times 1 plus cosine alpha or cosine 0 na siya ngayon times 2 cosine 0 all over 1. Okay, wala na palang over. Next. Ano ba ang value ni cosine 0? So, 1 yun. Then, 1 din to. So, 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. Apa, good luck Mr. Engineer na nanonood. So, ito pang board naman. Diba? So, ito, ECE board noong April 1998. So, evaluate the limit x minus 4 all over x squared minus x minus 12 as x approaches to 4. So, the limit of x minus 4 all over x squared minus x minus 12 as x approaches to 4. So, simply, i-factor muna natin. Ayan. So, factor muna natin yung nasa baba. So, it becomes x minus 4. Panigurado na yon. And then, we have x plus 3. So, another way, sa calculator kasi merong mode 5-3. Just click nyo lang yan. Mode 5-3. And then, type nyo yung coefficient niya. 1 equals, and then negative 1 equals, negative 12 equals. And then, we have the value x equals to 4 yung lalabas. And then, x minus 3. Ay, x equals to negative 3. So, baliktarin nyo lang yung sign yan. And then, we have now the roots. So, bakit hindi ko yan masyadong ginagawa? Kasi, may news na hindi na pwedeng gumamit ng mga ganong calculator. nyo nang manu-manuhin. Yan, kung kaya nyo naman. So, as you can see, we can cancel this one and this one. Yan. So, ang tira na lang is, dito na, tuloy ko na dito. By substitution, 1 na lang sa taas, all over. Ito yung x, papalitan natin siya ng 4 plus 3. So, our answer will be 1 all over 7. Yan, per 11. Ito. Another easy board. September 1987 naman ito. So, ito, paano naman? So, the limit of x cubed minus 2x plus 9 all over 2x cubed minus 8. As x approaches to infinity. Kapag ganito naman, kapag infinity na yung approaches niya, gagamit tayo ng Hopital. Ayan. Meaning niyang lang is derivative nung nasa numerator. Sabihin natin n. And the derivative of the divided by the derivative of the denominator. But m yan. Should be denominator. Should be. Yeah. So, ano bang derivative niyan? Simply itong 3, ibababa mo lang. So, 3x squared. And then, ito yung 1, mawawala lang. Yan, minus 2. And then, derivative ng constant is 0. So, ito naman, yung kabila. Yan, 3 all over 3 times 2 is 6x squared. Ito, mawawala na. Dahil, the derivative of constant is 0. So, as x approaches to infinity, ang gagawin natin is, i-divide natin sila. So, the limit as x approaches to infinity, we have 3x squared all over 6x squared minus 2 all over 6x squared. 6x squared. So, cancel. We have still 1 all over 2. Cancel. And cancel din to 3. So, simply, kapag ito, nilagyan mo na to ng infinity, mawawala na din yan, o hindi na natin siya isasama. So, our answer will be, yung tira ito, 1 all over 2. 1 all over 2. Ayan. Again, sa Hello Hopital, derivative nung nasa taas, and then, derivative nung nasa baba lang. Next example. Ito. Another, approaches to infinity na naman. So, derivative nung nasa taas, and then, derivative nung nasa baba. So, the limit, as x approaches to infinity, ano bang derivative ni 4x squared is 2 times 4 lang, 8x. Derivative ni x is 1, so negative 1. All over 2 times 2, no? 2 times 2, ayan, is 4. Ano na yung nabura dito? Ayan, infinity. Then si 8. Ayan, 4x. And then, next is, again, divide lang natin. So, 8x divided by 4x minus 1 all over 4x. So, kapag sinubstitute na si infinity, dito, ito, mawawala na. Then, cancel. 8 divided by 2 is 2 na lang. So, we have answer 2. Ayan. Next. Dito, naman, the limit of 1 minus secant squared x all over cosine x minus 1. So, we know that the secant secant squared x is equal to, ano na ba yung identities niya? 1 all over cosine x. So, squared siya. Squared din to. Ayan. So, substitution, the limit as x approaches to 0, 1 minus 1 all over cosine squared x all over cosine x minus 1. Next is LCD, the limit of x approaches to 0. LCD natin ito nasa taas, cosine squared x. And then, magkakaroon tayong cosine squared x minus 1. And then, we want here to multiply na. So, reciprocal mo na. So, 1 all over cosine x minus 1. So, again, ito, i-break, gagawin natin siyang cosine x minus 1 is the same as, yan, parehas lang siya. Tapos, cosine x plus 1. All over ito, so cosine squared x multiply to cosine x minus 1. So, cancel. And then, by substitution, cx, no? So, cosine 0 plus 1 all over cosine squared 0. Yan, ano na ba ulit yung value ni cosine 0? Is 1. So, 1 plus 1 equals to 2. At ang cosine squared 0, so 1 ulit, tapos 1 squared, ang value natin is 1 lang. Ito, 1 to 1 lang din. 1 plus 1, so the answer is 2. Yan. Next example. Ano na ba number yan? So, 14. Last 2 na lang. So, this is simple. So, itong sine, the limit of sine alpha is the quantity squared all over alpha as alpha approaches to 0. So, itong sine alpha, the quantity squared, is the same as sine alpha multiply to sine alpha all over alpha as the limit as alpha approaches to 0. So, ito, siya sa theorem natin, di ba? So, recall lang natin. Ayan. The limit of alpha all over alpha as alpha approaches to 0 is equal to 1. So, kapag 1 na yan, so, kapag 1 na ito, substitute na natin, sine 0 na lang. Ano bang value ni sine 0? Is 0. Diba? Kala lang natin, mahirap. And last but not the least is the limit of theta squared all over sine theta as theta approaches to 0. So, simply, as theta approaches to 0, ang gagawin natin is pag-iwalayin natin theta. Yan. Ngiti-ngiti din. Magiging engineer ka din. Yan, sine theta. Patalastas lang yan. So, ang gusto natin gagawin, kasi ito all over 1. Ang gagawin naman natin, ipapababa natin siya. Theta approaches to 0. So, magiging theta sine alpha multiply to, ito, reciprocal din natin, nasa baba yung theta, tapos nasa taas yung 1. So, ito again is equal to 1 lang. You know? So, kapag equal to 1 lang yan, so, substitute lang natin si theta, 0. So, magiging 0 na lang ang sagot. Ayan. So, hanggang dyan na muna ang ating limits. So, ang susunod dyan na topic is continuity, which is madali lang naman yun. So, kapag nakatulong ito sa'yo, subscribe to my channel, i-share mo na din sa mga friends mo, and ring mo na din yung bell. Ring mo, ping, 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 ring mo. So, hanggang dyan na muna. Paalam. At ang ating tip ngayon ay work with other people with love and compassion.